kwaKhan-yayo in Lusikisiki to resolve the strife between the two neighbouring villages. Over the weekend, 28 homesteads were razed during clashes between residents of Sicambeni and KwaZitha villages who were fighting over a boundary. 2 people were also seriously injured in the weekend fight. The feud erupted late last year and more than 40 houses have been torched since then. Well, for more on this story, we cross to my colleague Zimkhita Macingwane, who's standing by for us in Lusikisiki. Zimkhita, tell us what's the latest.
As you can see behind us, Nompu, there is a homestead that is torched there, and there is no one in the homestead. And just around the area where we are setting up to come live to you, there are about 5 homes that have no families occupying them. They have since fled. Some are living now in the nearby forest, and some are living in the nearby school. This started in December last year, where the community of KwaZitha is demanding that they have their own traditional leader. Currently, these 2 villages, the village of Sicambeni and the village of KwaZitha, are under one traditional leader whose home is at Sicambeni village. So the community on the other side feels that they are neglected by this traditional leader. So this led to a faction fight, which has seen more than 40 homes torched and scores of people injured. And some people do not have homes now. They are staying in the nearby forest, and some are staying in nearby schools. But the worst affected are the women and their children. Children have been forced to share their space with other families in the nearby hall, where we are going to see today different government departments coming together, trying to get the core of the issue from the community members and bring some solutions. Since these fights have started in this village, we have seen a number of police being deployed to this village to try and apprehend those who are responsible for the torching of the homes. However, there has been no success in terms of apprehending those responsible, and still those perpetrators we are told that they are residing in the forest, and that's where they plan their acts. Just Sunday, Nompu, more than 24 homes were torched on Sunday only, giving you a picture that this issue, instead of it stopping, it continues to take place.
Zimkhita, in terms of those homes that have been torched, what's happened to the families? Where are they staying? Where are they taking refuge?
They're taking refuge in the nearby school, and schools have been disrupted. There is one school at Sicambeni village, and there has been no schooling for the past 3 weeks. And we understand that they stopped schooling before the closure of the March holidays. And we spoke to pupils walking up and down the street saying that they are fearing for their lives, and they got hints before their homes were torched and had to run away and look for a place of safety. So now they are there in the nearby school and sharing their space. There's hundreds of them there. But the crux of the issue is, how is government going to apprehend those responsible? Because I don't know if you can see the forest behind us. It's very thick, and the proximity of the forest is another issue. The forest is split between these 2 villages. So people from Sicambeni village are also taking refuge in the forest, and also people from KwaZitha village are also taking refuge in the forest, but in different sections of the forest. Even if police officers bring their choppers, they are struggling to actually get the people who are hiding in the forest. So that's the reason why it's so difficult for police officers to apprehend those responsible for this crime of torching the homes. We saw last week the House of Traditional Leaders in the Eastern Cape coming to this village to talk to the people, because the main issue that they are fighting is to have 2 headmen for the 2 different villages. But subsequent to the visit of the chairperson of the House of Traditional Leaders, we saw more houses being touched. So it's an issue that has led to government now in the Eastern Cape sending 4 MECs, including the MEC of Social Development, the MEC of Safety and Security, the MEC of Traditional Leadership and Local Government, and also the MEC of Economic Development, Oscar Mabuyane, to come here to speak to the people. And once we're done with this crossing, we're going to hear what it is that they are telling the people of the area as a solution that might stop these faction fights that have been continuing for 3 months now.
Okay, Zimkhita. Well, we'll hear from you a little bit later. That's my colleague there, Zimkhita. More news for you after a short break.